Malone Lamb, a name whispered in hushed tones in the dark corners of the internet, has become synonymous with audacious crypto heists. This 20-year-old from Singapore, known online by aliases like Anne Hathaway and $, carefully cultivated an air of mystery. But behind the digital smokescreen lurked a cunning mind, orchestrating a series of elaborate scams that would net him a fortune in Bitcoin. Lamb's early life remains shrouded in secrecy. Details about his upbringing, education, and what led him down this path remain elusive. He emerged from the shadows of the digital world, a phantom operating with calculated precision. His journey took him across continents, eventually landing him in the United States, where his path would intersect with another like-minded individual. It was in the sprawling urban landscapes of Miami and Los Angeles that Lamb truly began to leave his mark. He moved through these cities like a ghost, his presence barely noticed amidst the throngs of people. But his actions reverberated through the online world, leaving a trail of victims and stolen fortunes in his wake. Lamb's reign of cybercrime, however, would not last forever. His carefully constructed facade crumbled on September 18, 2024, when the FBI finally caught up with him. Arrested at a luxurious waterfront home in Miami, Lamb's world of stolen millions came crashing down. Jundial Serrano, a young man from Los Angeles, became Lamb's accomplice in this elaborate scheme. Known online as Versace God and at Skidstar, the 21-year-old Serrano shared Lamb's penchant for risk and desire for a life of luxury. Their paths crossed in the digital ether, their shared ambition drawing them together like moths to a flame. How they met remains a mystery, their online interactions leaving no trace for investigators to follow. The details of their partnership, the division of labor, and the extent of their collaboration are still being pieced together. What is clear is that their skills complemented each other perfectly. Lamb, the mastermind, possessed a keen intellect and a deep understanding of the intricacies of the crypto world. Serrano, on the other hand, brought to the table a brash confidence and a knack for social engineering, manipulating people into unwittingly giving up their digital fortunes. Together, they formed a formidable duo, their skills honed to exploit the vulnerabilities of the burgeoning cryptocurrency market. Their partnership, though built on a foundation of deceit, was instrumental in their success. They moved with a synchronized precision, their actions carefully coordinated to stay one step ahead of their victims and law enforcement. Lamb and Serrano's weapon of choice wasn't sophisticated hacking tools or complex malware. Instead, they relied on a far more effective and insidious weapon: social engineering. They understood that the weakest link in any security system was human trust. Their methods were deceptively simple, yet incredibly effective. They would impersonate trusted entities like Google or Gemini support staff, reaching out to their victims through carefully crafted phone calls and emails. They preyed on people's fears, convincing them that their accounts had been compromised and that they needed to act quickly to secure their funds. With voices dripping with concern and a veneer of professionalism, they would guide their victims through a series of steps, all designed to grant them access to their targets' accounts. They would ask for security questions, two-factor authentication codes, and even convince their victims to reset their passwords, giving them complete control. Their success hinged on their ability to gain the trust of their victims, to lull them into a false sense of security. They were masters of persuasion, exploiting human emotions like fear, urgency, and confusion to their advantage. Section 4. The Genesis Heist, a $230 million score. The culmination of Lamb and Serrano's elaborate schemes came in August 2024 with a single audacious heist that would net them over $230 million in Bitcoin. Their target was a high-profile individual, a creditor of the now-defunct crypto trading firm Genesis. This wasn't some random act of opportunity. Lamb and Serrano had meticulously planned their attack, spending weeks or even months profiling their victim, gathering information from the dark corners of the internet and social media. They knew their target's financial history, their online habits, and most importantly, their vulnerabilities. On August 18, 2024, they sprang their trap. Posing as Gemini support staff, they contacted their victim, claiming that their account had been compromised and that they needed to move their Bitcoin to a secure wallet. The victim, already on edge due to the Genesis collapse, fell prey to their carefully crafted narrative. With calm and reassuring voices, Lamb and Serrano guided their victim through the process of transferring their entire Bitcoin holdings, a staggering 4,100 Bitcoin, to a digital wallet under their control. The transaction, though massive, slipped through the cracks of the often chaotic cryptocurrency market, initially going unnoticed. Section 5. Cleaning the dirty coins, a trail of money laundering. With their ill-gotten gains in hand, Lamb and Serrano faced a new challenge: laundering their stolen cryptocurrency. They knew that simply spending such a vast sum would raise red flags and attract unwanted attention. They needed to make the money untraceable, to obscure its origins and blend it into the vast ocean of legitimate cryptocurrency transactions. Their money laundering operation was complex and multi-layered, involving a sophisticated network of digital tools and techniques. They utilized cryptocurrency mixers, online platforms designed to obfuscate the trail of transactions, making it nearly impossible to link the origin of funds to their final destination. They also employed peel chains, a technique where small amounts of cryptocurrency are sent through a series of wallets, effectively obscuring the original source. They utilized multiple cryptocurrency exchanges, taking advantage of lax regulations and anonymity to further muddy the waters. To further cover their tracks, they relied on virtual private networks, or VPNs, masking their IP addresses and making it appear as if their online activity originated from different locations around the globe. Their digital footprints were like whispers in the wind, difficult to track and even harder to pin down. Section 6. Living the high life, from crypto riches to extravagant spending. Despite their efforts to cover their tracks, Lamb and Serrano couldn't resist the allure of their newfound wealth. They were living the high life, their lavish spending habits a stark contrast to their seemingly ordinary lives just months prior. They indulged in extravagant shopping sprees, acquiring a collection of luxury cars, high-end watches, and designer clothing. Their social media accounts, once filled with mundane updates, were now plastered with photos of them flaunting their wealth, posing in front of sports cars and private jets. They frequented exclusive nightclubs, rubbing shoulders with celebrities and socialites, their pockets overflowing with stolen Bitcoin. They rented luxurious waterfront properties in Miami and Los Angeles, throwing lavish parties fueled by the proceeds of their crimes. Their extravagant lifestyle, though, would ultimately prove to be their undoing. It drew attention, attracting the watchful eyes of law enforcement who were already hot on their trail.